Hello students, today we'll learn a very interesting topic, reported speech. In English language, there are two ways of conveying what someone else has said. It's called as direct or quoted speech, and the other one is the indirect or the reported speech. Let us see the two speeches, direct speech and the indirect speech. In the direct speech involves quoting the exact words uttered by a person within inverted commas or the quotation mark. Now look what Anne is saying. Anne said, I will be coming home tonight. You can see the quotation mark and it is the exact words of what Anne has said. Coming to the indirect speech, on the other hand, does not have to be within the quotes or reported words to word. In fact, unless one is relaying the exact words spoken, one should never use quotation mark. Now look at the sentence. She said that she would be coming home tonight. Here we don't find the quotation marks. Now you can see a mind map which shows different kinds of changes that has to be made while changing direct speech into indirect speech or the reported speech. Here you can find if the sentence is in the present tense, then it is to be changed to past tense. If it is in the past tense, then it has to be converted to past perfect. We have got other changes too, like the other expression that is related to the adverb. Then we can also find some changes in the questions. Then modal verbs too. This is only for your quick reference. Now let us look at some of the changes while converting a direct speech into indirect speech. We find changes in the punctuation, change in the tense, change in pronoun, the omission of comma, and change in words, that is adverbs, time and distance. Let us first take punctuation. We use inverted commas called quotation marks, quotes or speech marks to indicate direct speech. Now let us look at the example given here. He said, I reached London in the morning. Here you can find within the quotation mark the sentence, I reached London in the morning. Now we need to remove the punctuation, that is the quotation mark, while changing it into indirect speech. Now the sentence will be read as, he said that he had reached London in the morning. Next, we have omission of comma. Comma is replaced with that which is a connective. Now look at the sentence here which is in direct speech. He said, I have passed the exam. Now we have to remove the comma. So we are going to replace with the connective that. He said that he had passed the exam. Now the sentence has become indirect speech. Now the next one is change in the tense. Before going ahead, let me tell you what is reported verb and reported speech. Reported verb is the verb that lies outside the quotation, and reported speech is the speech that lies within the quotation mark. So now, when the reporting verb is in the past tense, then we need to change the tense in the reported speech. When the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, then there will be no change in the tense in the reported speech. When the reported speech is a universal truth or a proverb or a habit, then there is no change in the reported speech. How will that change the tense? Present tense changes to past tense. Eat will change to ate. Is, am, are eating will change to was or were eating. Have or has eaten will change to had eaten. has or have been eating will change into have been eating. Now look at the example. Simple present. I never eat meat, he explained. This simple present will change into simple past in the indirect speech. Now look at the reporting verb. The reporting verb is in the past tense. So we have to make a change in the speech. So the answer will be, he explained that he never ate meat. Similarly, simple past will change to past perfect. Now in the future tense, when we use will be changed into would, shall will change into should, and may will change into might. Moving ahead is change in pronoun. Always remember 1, 2, 3 SON formula, where 1 stands for first person, 2 stands for second person, and 3 stands for third person. If subject of the quoted words is in the first person, then it will change according to the subject of the reported verb. Example, he said to me, I like coffee. I is in the first person, so it will change according to the subject of the verb, which is he. So the answer will be, he told that he liked coffee. If subject of the quoted words is in the second person, then it will change according to the object of the reporting verb. Example, he said to me, you look happy. You is in the second person, so it will change according to the object of the reporting verb. The object is me. So the answer will be, he told that I looked happy. If the subject of the quoted words is in the third person, then there will be no change. Example, he said to me, she has already left. She is in the third person, so there will be no change. So the answer is, he told that she had already left. Next is change of words. There are certain changes in the adverbs too, time and distance. If in the direct speech we have now, and in the indirect speech it will be changed into then. Similarly, today will change into that day. This week will change into that week. Tomorrow will change into the next day. Yesterday will change into the day before. Last week will change into the week before. Here will change into there. This will change into that. These will change into those. Now let us look at the different types of sentences and the respective changes. We have four types of sentences in English. They are assertive sentence, exclamatory sentence, imperative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Assertive sentence. An assertive sentence follows SVO pattern, that is subject verb object pattern. Now let us read the sentence given here. He said, I like grammar now. Let us look at the changes that has to be made here. First one is the quotation marks should be removed. Second, remove the comma. Third is the simple present tense will change into simple past tense. Then I will be changed into he. Then the fifth change will be now will be changed into then. So the answer will be, he said that he liked grammar then. Next is exclamatory sentence. In an exclamatory sentence, we find that sentence ends with an exclamation mark. We also find it follows how plus adjective plus subject plus verb pattern, or what plus adjective plus subject plus verb pattern. It has to be changed into subject verb pattern. So let us read the sentence first. He said, how fantastic Amir is. The first change is to change the exclamatory sentence into subject-verb pattern. So it will be Amir is fantastic. The second change is to bring a change in said. It will be changed into claim as it is exclamatory sentence. So the final answer will be he claimed or exclaimed that Amir was indeed fantastic. Next is the imperative sentence. Imperative sentences are command, request or order. Here we know the subject is hidden. Now look at the example. The teacher said to the students, open your book. The first change that you have to bring is bring the change to open your book. Since the quoted speech starts with a verb, we need to put to before the verb. Now, the second change is said is to be changed into ordered or requested as it is an imperative sentence. So, the sentence will be the teacher ordered the students to open their books. Now, let us talk about interrogative sentences. We find that interrogative sentences ends with a question mark. It follows verb, subject, pattern or auxiliary verb, subject, verb, pattern. When we change interrogative from direct to indirect, we shall change interrogative sentence to assertive sentence and the reporting verb will be asked because it's a question. Then, comma, the connective will be changed into two ways. If it is WH question starting with what, which, when, where, etc., then we use the same WH as the connective. That means instead of comma, we use the same WH. But for questions like have you, do you, are you, then we shall start with if or whether. Finally, question mark changes into full stop. Now, let us look at the example. He said her, are you okay? He asked her if she was okay. Here comes a small exercise for you all. Here are the questions. Once you solve the questions, you may refer to the answers. Thank you, students.